famous pit where the Lobos have knocked off Texas Southern 92-55. That's your final score. The Lobos win their season opener. They've done it now 21 consecutive years. The last a loss to Cal back in 2002-2003. We come back after the timeout. All the final stats, the post-game comments. We hear from the head coach and a Lobo player. That still remains 92-55. The Lobos knock off Texas Southern on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Welcome back courtside inside the legendary pit. Post-game, Lobos 92 and Texas Southern 55 is the final. The largest win on opening night for New Mexico against a D1 opponent since 2011-2012. Yeah, it's been a dozen years. It was a win over New Orleans that night, 92-40. Our guest post-game is Lobo head coach Richard Pitino. Coach Pitino, congratulations. Great start to the year. First of all, what are your overall impressions of your team's performance tonight?
We played really, really hard. I thought the way that we played, it's going to be really hard to come into this building and win games if we play that hard. And obviously we have a lot of depth, and we should never get tired. We expanded that lead with the press, which was great. We rebounded the basketball well. We played with great defensive intensity, held them 29%, which was terrific. So a really, really good first night. I was really proud of the effort all around.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about the effort. You know, we got a preview with the first two games that didn't count. And then all of a sudden tonight, I thought the biggest difference was just they turned it up in terms of the quickness.
Yeah, quick to the ball, quick to deflections, quick to rebounds. As I said before, like to get over 11,000 for a Monday night game, just amazing. And I thought our guys walked down that ramp and they were kind of like, whoa, okay. Like we see what this community thinks of us. So they deserve a lot of credit. I told Jalen, Sebastian, and Jamal, I said, listen, you guys were here from the start. We went from, 4 wins before we got here. Then we went 13 year one, 22. Let's see if we can surpass that and just keep making progress. And we lost 3 here in this building last year. We cannot do that. The effort, the intensity, the quick to the basketball was terrific.
You speak of intensity. You know what? I think back to the Hall of Honor ceremony, and Danny Granger said that the one loss the year that they went to the tournament when he was here in the pit, only one, still sticks in his craw to this day. Defending your home court and doing that, it's the feeding off the energy of this crowd, isn't it?
It's an elite fan base. I say it over and over again, but it's not coach speak. It is as good of a college basketball fan base around, for sure, in the West. And you just feel it, you know. I mean, there's certain places you're at where maybe they like football, maybe they like pro sports or whatever. You just feel it when you walk down that ramp that there is a high level of care. That motivates our guys and that drives our guys.
Coach, you won the game, and those were the goals. Was there anything that surprised you tonight that?
Well, we wanted to keep them off the offensive glass. They're a terrific offensive rebounding team. We were great in the first half. 20 assists. I thought we really shared the ball. We made extra passes. But I think more than anything, and I said to the team or to my staff, what's the rotations going to be? And none of them could answer. They didn't know what to say. I love all these guys. They're great guys. They can't all play. They got to stay ready. They got to sacrifice because we do have a lot of bodies.
Well, the style you played with that full court trap, I thought that was something new that we hadn't seen in the preseason, games.
Yeah.
But will that help you play more guys?
I think so. We haven't been able to do it because we just haven't had the depth. Where now there should be no reason. Like we even were pulling away, and at one point we backed up in the press. Don't keep going. Especially in this building, it's really hard to come in here. So it's normally better at home than it is on the road. That's kind of normal. But we certainly want to keep working on it because it's really hard to come into this building with that type of pressure and to score on us.
I thought that what he did in the exhibition season carried over into the season opener. Quentin Webb, exactly what we saw in those two exhibitions. He did it here tonight. You said he's forcing his way onto the floor.
Plus 21 in 12 minutes. Got a lot of just hands on loose balls. You kind of thought, oh, that's not going to be ours. Then he kind of shoots out of nowhere and gets it. Love him, and he's only a freshman. Even Pitino and Appelhans, only a freshman. You look at those 4 guys, that's a really good young core. And in today's world of portal and all that, You got to figure out how to do it. And if we can continue to get those guys to stay patient, they're going to be really good players.
And we sure know that Appelhans can shoot. Before the thumb injury, he made 2 of them last year in 11 tries. He made more than that here tonight. That stroke is pure, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I'm really happy for him because he missed some wide-open shots in the exhibition game. He had a little carryover to practice. He seemed down, and he bounced back, which is great. We talked about it, man. You have a short memory. You're going to miss a lot of shots. I'm never going to pull you if you don't make shots. It's about defense and rebounding.
I thought I saw something, too, that is kind of like the evidence in front of us right here on the court of the type of player that allows Mushila to be a guy to get a double-double against a 1-seed Alabama in the tournament. Even when the game was decided and he's in the game late, he just has a nose for the basketball.
Has a nose for the basketball. He's been out about a month, so is Jalen House. That's why those two guys didn't play a lot of minutes. We got to get them in shape because they were really, really tired. And that's why I was hoping to play them in the exhibition game so they kind of get some rust off. They weren't able to do it, but he's going to be good. But he was out 5 weeks or whatever, so hopefully we can get him back into a rhythm.
Talk about your big freshman there, JT Toppin. He's almost
impressive.
had a double-double.
He's impressive. I told him yesterday he had kind of a lull in practice. I said, hey, man, I want you to be freshman of the year in the Mountain West. Like, that's not unreasonable. But, like, somebody else wants that, so you can't take your foot off the gas every single day. You got to stay ready to go. Really, really talented.
Last thing, I think when he's squared up and he's open, Jamal Baker Jr. is an elite shooter, too. I feel like, we saw that tonight. He knocked down a couple of jumpers, including a 3, and you've got weapons, Coach.
We've got weapons. It's now a matter of understanding everybody can't play, understanding to always bring value no matter how many minutes you play, and staying healthy, But I like him, too. I was going to put him back in, but he was kind of sitting for a while, and I said, your knees are? He goes, no, I'm done. I was like, oh. I said, what did I recruit? You can only play 15 minutes, and he laughed. But
Load management, Coach.
No doubt. He's going to be a good player, though. We just got to keep him healthy for sure.
Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations.
We
look forward to St. Mary's.
Appreciate it.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino post-game. Lobos a winner over the visiting Texas Southern Tigers. Final score, Lobos 92, Texas Southern 55. Back after this break, post-game with a Lobo player on the UNM Sports Radio Network. We are back inside the legendary pit post-game on your Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino post-game show. Winning entertainment, including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. One of the shooting stars of the Lobos' win over Texas Southern in their season opener 92-55 is with us. He's a redshirt freshman. It's Pitino Appelhans. B.A., great to have you. Congratulations, buddy. How did that feel?
Felt good. It was a long time coming, but it felt good.
Yeah, a long time coming. We talked before we started. How long did it take for that thumb on the left hand, the shooting hand, to feel normal?
Probably about 2-3 months. Yeah, it was just kept getting sore, kept getting tired. It was just hard to shoot.
Looked like it felt good tonight.
Yeah.
What was it like seeing those find the net? You made 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, it felt good because I've been struggling these past few weeks shooting the ball, so tonight felt really good.
Yeah, no, you look good. You look comfortable, especially receiving those passes from your roommate, Dent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You kind of felt like he gave you some confidence because I thought I saw him come to the free throw line and tell you something, and you kind of turned back and say, I got this or something like that. But
no, he said next time he's coming off the ball screen, he's just gonna kick it to me.
Yeah.
He said just shoot it, so I did. And
yeah, you look confident out there.
Looked like he hit you right in the shooting pocket too. That helped, doesn't it?
Right there. Just went up with it. It felt great.
So, Coach mentioned it, and I wanted to follow up on something you said. You didn't shoot it like you'd like to shoot it in the exhibitions, and that kind of got in your head a little bit.
A little bit, because first game's back, I was holding myself to a high standard, and I just wasn't reaching that. So it got to me a little bit.
Did the teammates help you with that a little bit?
Yeah, 100%. Mash helped me a lot. House definitely helped me a lot. He talked to me every time after a game, just telling me to keep my head up.
Well, it certainly paid off here, and to be in a game like this in front of a crowd like this on a Monday night, I mean, it had been a while since you'd been on the court because of the thumb last year and forcing the red shirt, but how did that feel?
It was good. Getting out there for the first time in the pit again, it was a surreal experience.
You sat out all last year.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn sitting on that bench last year?
Really just, it's a long season. You just got to bring it every game. We have to win every game to make it, because end of the year we want to make the tournament.
That's a really good point, actually. I mean, any one of those games in the first half of the schedule that doesn't go your way, as important as the ones at the end, and you guys were so close to making the tournament last year.
Yeah.
Feel like maybe does the locker room, is there a sense that there was something wanting from last year? Have the guys talked about that at all? Like, we want to take that next step?
Like finishing strong, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one goal, 2 goals, Mountain West and then tournament, but we don't really mention it. We just take it day by day.
That's good. Stick in the present, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Well, the present now is St. Mary's. That was a fun trip last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And now your buddy Dent that was his breakout night.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were terrific tonight, and it was fun to see you knock down those shots. Did that kind of feel like it used to feel for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it felt just like high school again. It felt great.
Now that's something, right, Hunter? When you can get those whole feelings.
Yeah. No, this is where it starts, right? And so it just build on this. And I think there's other opportunities for you to get on the court other than just stroking a 3.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that you want to be on that court.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks a lot, BA. Congratulations. Great work tonight, and we look forward to Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Good job.
Braden Appelhans with us here post-game in the pit. New Mexico knocks off Texas Southern 92-55. That's your final. And, partner, that's about a wrap for us. The Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino winning entertainment, including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. Your post-game sponsor is the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Our last bit of business is the adjustment of the game, my friend. It is brought to you by The Joint, the official chiropractor of UNM Athletics. And I'm going to jump in on this one because you already said it. And you said it with Coach when we were talking to Coach Pitino. The adjustment was the way that the Lobos turned it up from the 2 exhibition games to this game, all 3 in the pit. It was the intensity level. It was the activity. It was the energy. It was the quickness. It was the want to. All of that intangible stuff. Maybe that's a little bit of the JYD, the junkyard dog stuff that Coach was looking for, at halftime of the first exhibition. Well, once the lights came on for real and the stats counted and there was going to be a real won or loss at the end of the night, the Lobos tightened the vise, and they really, really tightened it hard tonight.
One of the things I noticed about that, speeding them up in that full court trap, was not necessarily turning them over, but speeding them up, forcing them to take ill-advised shots, hurried shots. And I think we'll see more of that throughout the year, and that's a new look by New Mexico Lobos this year.
There it is, your adjustment of the game, brought to you by The Joint, the official chiropractor of Lobo Athletics. Some numbers. Lobos outshoot Texas Southern 45%, 29%. They out-3-ball Texas Southern 10-5, shooting 43% to Texas Southern's 21%. From the foul line, the Lobos were excellent, 22 out of 27, 81%, a poor shooting performance in one of the exhibitions. Firmly in the rearview mirror. Dominated the glass, the Lobos did. Total rebounding advantage, 53-37, 13-11 on the offensive glass. Everybody scored top to bottom. Bench points, they controlled it 45-25. Paint points, 34-26. And in the break, 18-10. How about some individual numbers from the contest and your top performers? The Lobos led by Jamal Mashburn Jr.'s 15, 4 in double figures. Dent had 12, Appelhans and Toppin 11 apiece. JT Toppin missed a debut double-double, first since Alex Kirk by 1 rebound, 11 points, 9 caroms, and 6 helpers for Donovan Dent to lead the Lobos in assists. Mash had 5 of those. House had 4. It was pretty comprehensive, the Lobos' performance.
It was, and balanced, but I think your takeaway from tonight was, who improved? And I really think that Dent, 2 of 3 from the 3. He really worked on his 3 shot. Of course, we know he can dish out the rock. He had 6 assists, and that's something he was already good at, but he developed that long ball, and that's going to pay off this year.
What, too? If Quentin Webb finds the court and he can bang a 3 here and there,
that's right.
He made 3 of 6 in the exhibition games. He was 1 of 2 tonight. If that's a real thing, how do you guard that guy? Because he's so athletic.
And like Coach said, it's going to be hard keeping him on the bench.
Oh, how do you find the minutes for these guys? Yeah, that's a great problem to have. Yeah, I love the fact that the assistants just looked back at Coach when he asked about the rotations and the combinations, and they just smiled and said, "You're the head coach."
Yeah,
they'll figure it out.
No, it will.
Yeah, it'll probably show itself over time, right?
It will, and you'll start to see the players' strengths and guys stepping up. But this full court pressure, they're going to need that bench. They're going to need all 4 guards giving minutes.
And that full court pressure could be a difference maker down the road in tight games. We shall see. The Lobos and St. Mary's, the 23rd ranked team in the nation. That's coming up from Moraga in the East Bay in Northern California on a Thursday night this week, 8 o'clock tip-off. Our airtime, 7:30 Mountain Time, with your Lobo basketball pregame show. On-site engineer, Michael Carlisle. Producer in our studio, Bob Walpole. My partner, Hunter Green. I'm Robert Portnoy. Man, we had fun in Moraga last year, didn't we, partner?
Hey, let's go have some more fun.
I like how that sounds. Lobos knocked them off, St. Mary's, in their place last year. That'll do it for us for tonight. Your final score for the final time. The Lobos win their opener. New Mexico 92, Texas Southern 55. So long, everybody. This has been Lobo Basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network.